well, I'm so excited because now I can make a new open and add this guy right here because I've been a big fan of his for a while. He was a longtime punter in the NFL, and he's turned talk show host. And he's got probably one of the most biggest podcasts, I think, in the country because he's getting guys that won't open up to the media lunks like us and ESPN anymore. And then they have to take his stuff begrudgingly and air it and get permission to run it on ESPN. So we know how that works. But the legendary Pat McAfee joins me. And, first off, let me get some of your statistics out of the way. As a passer, 1 for 2 for 35 yards, right? 25 tackles, 21 solo, and 2 rushes for 18 yards, including the long of 18 yards. So you can always talk about the punting stuff, but wanted to be quarterbacks and running backs as Pat joins me here for a couple of minutes. And Pat, it's interesting to watch you on TV, but it's more dynamic in person to watch you, your crew, everybody, and then the fans. I mean, how do you attribute this? You're a punter, so everybody hates punters, and now everyone loves you. It's just awesome.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for having me on, man. And getting a chance to meet you through this week has been awesome. And thank you for waiting around here this glorious Friday for me to stop by. I apologize. It's taken me so long. It's been a crazy week. It's been a busy week. It's been an awesome week, and we're very lucky to be here. And it's been cool getting a chance to watch you guys work here. I came from the soccer community. So I played soccer. I'm from Pittsburgh, the East Coast of Pittsburgh, in Plum. And Pittsburgh's a football town. So I grew up playing football in the streets, in the backyards. I knew football well, but I was a soccer player because I had ADD, and I literally spent my entire childhood kicking a soccer ball against the side of my house. So, I didn't play video games. I didn't watch movies. I never seen a Disney movie. I don't play any video games. I literally used to just run the streets and then kick a soccer ball up the side of my house. So soccer was supposed to be my bread and butter, but I had friends in all sports. So when I started playing football my junior year of high school, I played soccer as well. I never understood the cliche about kickers and punters because all my friends on the football team I was friends with, and I felt like, I'm 6'1", 225, pretty athletic. I feel like I come from an area that knows football pretty well. So I understood that whole narrative was something, but I never got it. West Virginia had a lot of friends. NFL was lucky enough to have a lot of friends. And Adam Vinatieri was my teammate. So I don't think the position really matters. I think it's the human in there. But definitely being a punter, you understand that when your team's down 21 in the fourth quarter, there ain't a damn thing you can do. Okay? So I am watching along just like everybody else. And I think that is my perspective. I had a front row seat to a lot of things that I think a lot of people would dream to do. I obviously understood my role was much lesser than a lot of other people, and I've always been a diehard fan. So it kind of just all tied together, I think. And I was lucky to be a punter because, the only place you get booed for going on the field is at home. Everywhere else I get cheered. So it's been a pretty cool thing. Very, very lucky and very, very thankful for the people around me.
Well, I think it also gives the players an opportunity to feel at ease that with you they can open up. We've seen with Aaron Rodgers, we've seen a lot of these guys that come on that you're gonna be genuine and honest with them, and they're gonna be genuine and honest with you because they have nothing to hide. It's like ESPN, Fox, most of the times they have an agenda because they want to know, why aren't you going to sign? What are you talking to the GM for? Why do you want to be traded? It's always that. And you talk about life, movies, politics, things that have nothing to do with football, and I think they like doing that a little bit.
Yeah, well, I try to stay away from politics. I don't know a damn thing about it. But obviously, we get thrusted into that. I mean, this year, I was on every pundit show in the world, and there was a lot of translating tweets from around the globe, and they were all saying bad things about it. You know what I mean? So I didn't know that. We were going to get into that, but obviously, anytime you have the MVP on your show and also the world's biggest issue, and they combine into one, and you're the doofus in the tank top on the left side of the screen, there's a chance that you're going to take some ricochet shots. But I think, for me, honestly, I understand there's different styles of interviewing. I understand there's different ways to go about doing things. I only want to do conversations with people. I am a naturally curious person. I've always enjoyed conversation with people. I will talk to somebody on the street for 15 minutes just because I want to kind of get a grasp of if they have a piece of information I'd like to know about. I enjoy it. I enjoy learning about why people are the way they are. And I think an NFL locker room is a place that the world can learn about. And I know I've said it a lot. It's been talked about ad nauseum. But when you're talking about every different background coming into one room and having to get along and having to go, to practice together, travel together, have a goal together, you kind of get past any issue that you potentially disagree upon because you understand that life still has to happen. I was very fortunate to be in there. I've been at cookouts. I've been at galas. I always said I've I've smoked a black and mild with somebody, and I've also drank wine with billionaires. And I think in all aspects, all anybody wants is respect. And that's all I ever try to show. It's just respect to whoever for however they are, why they got to the position they're at. And if they want to have a good conversation, I'm very thankful for it. So I feel like that's a vibe that maybe I put out. And I'm very, very lucky that it's reciprocated. People give me good conversations. And I love it. I enjoy the hell out of learning stuff about people.
Did you have a different shirt for that gala, or was that a different, like a bow tie T-shirt? Or
No, so yeah, you're gonna see me with a tank top just about everywhere. I mean, it has become my thing, I guess, at this point. Um, I was gonna stop wearing a tank top, because I would like to grow in like t-shirts and stuff. And it's not great for our merch business either. I don't wear any of our stuff in our merch store because I wear the same tank top. I have 60 of these tank tops in my closet. They get delivered to the house like yearly from Amazon. It's perfect. They are very cheap. They're very comfortable. And it's taken a decision out of my life in the morning. Me and Steve Jobs, we decide to take decisions out. But I honestly believe that for me, it became like a staple because the way sports have been done for so long is in a suit, in a tie. We're diagnosing what is wrong with everybody, every team. This route was stupid. This was stupid. This was dumb. And it's like, I just think sports are supposed to be a celebration.
I'm gonna try to join you for the rest of this.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. It's a polo too, so it's sleeveless polo. It's like you're definitely a professional, but also here to party.
See, if I hadn't torn my rotator cuff a month ago, it's dying. So yeah, it's dying since you can't do the muscle. But I had to feel with it.
I was going to stop doing it, but then like Stephen A. one day said like Pat has to stop wearing a tank top. I was like, all right, well, so the tank top lasts another year. So it was going to stop, and then because I think it is a thing that we potentially bring a different vibe to sports talk. And I'm very thankful for that. I'm very excited about that. I think everybody else has done a great job in doing what they do, but I'm okay being the doofus who wants to celebrate sport with tank top. And, it's worked out thus far because the people we have around.
But the fans are your fans. I mean, it's like you get fans that are just real blue-collar people that work hard for their money, and they're turning to you because you're almost their spokesperson, because here's this guy, just a normal guy, punted for a while, and now he's got this cool show, and we're just kind of hanging out.
Well, I think, and I appreciate that. That means a lot. And when I was in the NFL and I was tweeting, I got a lot of if I had a brother that was in the NFL, or if I had a friend that was in the NFL, this would probably be the guy. And I'm very fortunate to come from where I come from, with the parents that I come from, and I've got a chance, obviously, to experience a lot of things, but I don't want to say I've never changed, because I think you should change. I think you should evolve. But I've pretty much remained the same person I've been since high school. And I think there is a little bit of people thinking I'm representing for them, which is awesome. I'm very thankful.
And I know you were the same. When I worked at ESPN, I know you were the same. We would see the feeds. It's just people weren't interviewing punters all the time, and so no one got your personality and saw it.
I didn't know media with the Colts. None. The only time the Colts would send me out there is when there was something that could potentially walk on the edge. So for instance, when Michael Sam was going through getting drafted, and that was becoming a big thing, the Colts PR came up to me and they're like, "Will you go speak for the locker room about Michael Sam?" I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, you guys haven't had me speak to the media for 2 years, but I will obviously speak for our locker room and how we would feel about that." And by the way, how I feel about it is exactly how a majority of the NFL feels about it. So it's not like I'm saying anything groundbreaking, but I never did any media. Never was asked to do any, never really did any. My Twitter account is basically where everything kind of started from, and that's why my people who follow along are the greatest of all time. They let us get away with a lot of very poor shows, and they still stick by us. So I'm very, very thankful for that.
And it was cold in here this week. Did you ever think about going long sleeve? Because it was freaking cold, man.
I run hot. I run real hot.
That's good.
Hot here.
Yeah. Oh, I'm freezing. I'm still freezing, but I'm going to finish up.
He's from Michigan. He was asking for a hoodie and a blanket. I mean, the boys got soft. But yeah, I run hot, so it's been beautiful.
Well, if you don't know who he is, Pat McAfee Show airs every day. It's on SiriusXM. It's on your YouTube channel. And what else do you want to do in 5-10 years? What are you hoping to do? Turn this into a big national syndicated,
I don't know.
Late night kind of thing? Because I can really see somebody picking this up and putting some money into it. Not that you're not getting it,
that's
but
the thing. I don't think I want to go anywhere. I really enjoy the freedom that we have. We answer to nobody, which is really cool. So, that is all anybody I think is looking for in this particular space. We're very fortunate to be able to do that. Every once in a while, I got to talk to the boys and let them know what the deal is on some stuff. But I enjoy the freedom we have. I'm very lucky for the partners we have: Sandor, Roman, Zeke, 5 Hour Energy. We have like 5, 6 others. We have a merch business. I honestly, I'm very content with what we're doing right now on YouTube. If we're able to get NFL rights, okay, that'll be cool. That might be coming in next season.
Maybe you've pissed them off too much.
No, the NFL is always like this. It's always the executives in the suits that have no idea what we're going to run.
But sometimes you're that communication, or you're getting those points out there that the suits are seeing.
Yeah, well, this has been my issue with suits. They know that I'm popular, but they have no clue why. So, like, they'll, hey, we heard your next big thing, blah, 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 or whatever. It's like, very nice to meet you. They're like, this is what we think you should do. And they're like, yeah, we'll give you an opportunity to be on our air, 20 times, and we'll pay you $250 per time. It's like, well, I apologize. That is not a dream anymore. I am on YouTube and I run my own business. So I think the game is changing. And I'm very okay being one of the people that is kind of out there doing it. But there's been people before me that have made a lot of money on the internet. And I'm just trying to do my thing every day. That's it. Literally just trying to enjoy it every day. 5, 10 years, who knows? I might be a professional golfer.
But what about that hobby of yours, wrestling? Are you still doing much with that? Or,
I'm missing, tonight's the first show I'm missing. I'm like very, very bummed I'm missing it. The plane wouldn't have been able to make it in time from here to Louisiana where they're at for SmackDown. But yeah, I enjoy the hell out of that. I enjoy doing that. It literally I just do whatever we enjoy and whatever we like. It's kind of a fun life, existence.
You were the 2020 Rookie of the Year in one of the wrestling circuits, and I mean, so do you want to get back in there, or do you want to be part of the plot lines? I mean, where do you see this going?
Yeah, it's very interesting. And I was asked this actually by a wrestling fan over there. I love commentating, and this is going to sound so bougie, but at the stage of life I'm very fortunate to be there. I don't know if I have the willpower to commit to getting back into the shape that you should be in if you're going to take up a spot on a pay-per-view or on a show. Because there's a lot of people in wrestling that have worked their asses off at bingo halls making no money, hoping to one day get into a show. So if I'm going to get a spot on a show or in a match or on a pay-per-view or a premium live event, like I would have to be all in and do it. I don't know how much more that I got in. This is a much different man than I was just a year ago, let alone whenever I was 18, 20, 22, 30. And also, I'm enjoying commentating as well. I get to say dumb things on a microphone over wrestling. That's a dream come true. I enjoy that.
Well, it's been great to have you with us. You don't have a punter's body anymore, so you look like you could go out there and be a linebacker. Do people recognize you anymore?
This is how I was in the league.
Really? That big?
Yeah.
All the pads hit it.
I played like 240, 235.
And
I've always been heavy. That's why my knees are all beat up. Soccer. I played soccer like 210. That's 50 pounds heavier than most people.
Well, your knees are a lot better than mine. So. Right. Well,
that was awesome.
The police are here.
Hey, that was awesome. I appreciate you for having me on, by the way.
The police are here because we have these guns, right?
Yeah,
so.
You gotta have the gun show. Yeah, there's a little indentation.
There we go.
Terribly out here.
Save the best for last. It was awesome to have you again. What you did for the students at Quinnipiac, what you're doing for everybody, and just giving the fans a sense of some real. That's what it's all about.
Well, I think you're doing the exact same, and I appreciate you for having me.
All right, Pat McAfee. Hopefully, I'll see you tonight at the Gronk party.
I don't think so.
No? All right.
No,
you're going to church?
Like a great party.
You're going to church?
No, I'm going to nap. I'm going to host like a 4-hour thing tomorrow, and then we're live on Sunday. I mean, I don't want to say I'm huttering to the finish line. There is low on fuel.
Dude, you've been live every time I get here at 7 a.m. You're here, and you're leaving now 4 or 5 o'clock thanks to me. So I appreciate your time and sticking around for us little people.
No, that is not the case. I'm very lucky to be here.
No, I'm literally a little people. So.
I don't know how you sit. I didn't get to change that. But the opportunity to do this and getting to meet everybody this week has been really cool. And I've been very thankful because, I just assumed all media hated us. Because a lot of blue check marks have been attacking us during quarantine and COVID. So getting here and meeting a lot of people and actually having conversations has been awesome, has been very cool, and you have been incredible all week. So I appreciate the opportunity to come over and chat with you guys.
All right. I can't wait to be on your show someday.
I was going to say, we got to do that this offseason. Sorry for the interruption, whenever we were screaming.
I loved it. And in fact, I turned the table yesterday with Buffer, so I don't know if that ruined it for you guys. So,
I made it better.
All right.
I appreciate you guys.
Legendary Pat McAfee, a broadcaster, punter, everything.
Go
Bobcats, right?
He's
going to be that's going to be in his indelible memory for life now. So, all right.
I appreciate you.
Thank you, brother. Pat McAfee joining us. This is our final live shot for the week. We've done our best to provide commentary, fun, tears, laughs, all those kind of things. My 26th Super Bowl, my first with the students from Quinnipiac University. We hope to make this a tradition. Next year in Arizona, I get to go to my home state where we hopefully will have a lot of people on Radio Row like we had this year. So thank you again to our sponsors, Pro Stance. If you haven't checked out these things, the rubber ones are available. That's prostance.net. You put these in place and the kids can hit a baseball and do all kinds of things. And of course, we've got the regular ones. It's at prostance.net. This is an amazing teaching tool for the kids. Thank you to Rob and John for all week taking care of me, helping me out, using backup, being all that. And of course, my students at Quinnipiac putting out amazing content by students that looks like it could air on any network. So that's what we're doing with Ability Media, changing lives and being that voice. Those voices for the disability world that don't have that voice will continue to do it. Q30 putting out some great stuff, and of course the Disability Channel giving job opportunities up there in Canada to everyone around the world. So for the last time from Radio Row at Super Bowl 56, this is Dave Stevens saying good night and watch that Super Bowl game this Sunday.